Well, the Devon and Cornwall Soil Alliance is a project that Westcountry Rivers Trust have been involved with from the start. And with this, we're trying to raise the profile of soils in the wider community, but also up the understanding of soils within the farm advisory community to raise the level of understanding, but also raise the level of good information getting back to the farmers. On a very simplistic level, the way to look at soils really in Devon and Cornwall especially, is they will range from the high infiltration rate soils such as the light sandy soils here that we get in the lower Otter, and as you can see from the cliffs just behind me, these are based upon sandstone, so you've got the sandy soils above sandstone. You'll then get further up into mid-Devon and other areas where you'll have a higher clay content, and sometimes the porosity of those soils is only in the top 40 centimetres or so before you start reaching impermeable or semi-permeable subsoils. And then you're going up into the upland areas with the high organic matter soils with the peats. But up there you can also get quite high porosity soils, but also soils that are not so high porosity, and they will hold water like a sponge for a long period of time, but once they're full, the water will run from those landscapes quite quickly. Well, the typical problems that we find here in the southwest is the fact that they can be split into either compaction or the fact that the soils are left exposed over the course of the wet periods, the winter and autumn time. The situation can be exacerbated by compaction, or if the ground is left exposed, there's a lack of vegetation cover means that they're more susceptible to erosion. All of that erosion takes the soils into the rivers as we've got here, and from that point on then there's going to be excessive problems of phosphate and the impacts on the biodiversity.
I think farmers do know about the soil. The reason why, if you like, farmers damage soils is not because they want to and they get out of bed and say, oh, it's going to damage some soils. It's the economics. So farmers are aware of it, but sometimes the economics doesn't allow them to look after their soil. The soil structure here at the base of the topsoils coming out as these plates. Plates are a sign of compression. This is being compressed by the weight of machinery. The real issue here is the fact that the crop was harvested late in the wet in October, and the crop was established far too late. There's no one single fix for soils. Sometimes it feels like we're looking for this silver bullet, one fix. And what I would like to get across is the fact that you just need to step back and look at the situation. Each problem is unique almost, and you need to tailor the solution. And one thing for sure in the Westcountry is that it rains, and it rains a lot, and every field is different. Soils in the Westcountry are very vulnerable, and we've also got some very sensitive environments, sensitive coastline, high value rivers, and we need to find this compromise.
The dirt beneath your feet is fundamentally important to the human existence, and unless we take it seriously, take its management seriously, it's only ever going to decline, and once it does decline, we'll have the knock-on effects will cost in our food production, our wider environment and water.